Hello everyone, Peter Harris here with Commercial Property Advisors, and I have one question for you today, right? These 5 students, what do they all have in common? They all have one thing in common, and that is they all work full-time as commercial real estate investors, right? So they pay their bills through their commercial real estate investing. So they are full-time commercial real estate investors. Now, because of that, they get to enjoy the fruits of their labor in terms of financial freedom, time freedom, and job freedom. However, it all hasn't been sunshine and roses for them, right? So each one has had their unique challenges on this journey. So what I want to do in this video is I want to give you a roadmap, right, to the pros and cons of going full-time in commercial real estate, right, through the unique experiences of each of the 5 students, right, so that you can put yourself in the driver's seat to see if going full-time in commercial real estate is for you or not. Let's get started. It all starts with your why, right? If the why is powerful, and then the how-to is not so difficult. In this case, students Takashi Ray are immigrants from Japan, and in their culture, you work until you die. Who wants that? No one wants that, and they surely didn't. So they came over here and started investing in commercial real estate. Now they do it full time. So what a powerful why. Okay, next is Bruce and Renee. Again, their video will appear too, and you should watch their videos. Very inspiring, and their why is they purchased probably a dozen single-family homes and got no closer to retirement than if they didn't. Now, does that ring a bell to some of you single-family home investors? You're probably in the same situation. What a powerful why. After doing all this investing in single-family homes, you're not even close to retirement. Got it? All right. Next is Dean, right? Dean has a powerful why, and I'm sure you can relate to it. He worked his behind off in the corporate world, making his company a whole lot of money, make it very prosperous for the company, right? But forgot about himself. So he came to us and he said, Peter, I want to do this for myself, right? It's time for myself. And he is so right. That is his why, right? Okay. Next is we have Chris. Chris is an older student who had apples of money in retirement, but he feared that he would run out of money before he would pass away and leave nothing for his kids. So he decided to jump into commercial real estate and do it full time, and now he's crushing it. His link will appear too. What a powerful why. And also Chris has even a bigger why, right? He has foster kids, a lot of them, okay, that he has to take care of. All right. Next is Allison. Allison was an ideal corporate person who worked on corporate real estate on large deals, right? And she saw all of these companies and people making money, and she said, why not me? How come I can't put together those types of deals? And guess what? She is today. She's doing it today, right? What a powerful why, right? So all 5 of these whys, I'm sure some of you can relate to some of those, right? Okay, so next what I want to do is I want to show you exactly what they did. Let's go there next. Here is what they did. Let's get started. All right, so number 1, 4 out of the 5 students started small. It's okay to start small. It's absolutely okay. I recommend it. It's easier, it's safer, and it gets you in the game. All right, some of you may want to go big first time out. That's fine, but it's okay to start small, right? So if 80% of them started small and got to where they are today, maybe that's something you can learn from. All right. Bullet point 2, 3 started off with apartments and 2 of them did storage. Okay, so that should tell you something, that probably apartments and storage are the way to go initially because there's lots of them and also maybe easier to get into and they cash flow well and they're understandable. Okay, all right. Bullet point 3, all 5 at some point had to make a life determining decision. You want to know what that was? That decision was, it's time to leave my job, right? And what we learned from that, when they made that decision, right? 2 things, two traits are non-negotiable once you make that decision. Commitment and focus, right? So all 5 of them had those 2 traits in them that were nailed down in them, commitment and focus, in order to be successful and stay full-time. Okay? All right. And bullet point 4, surprisingly, none of them set a hard date on leaving their job. Okay? Instead, what they did, they focused on acquiring real estate, right? Acquiring commercial real estate until their jobs got in the way. Make sense? So their jobs got in the way. So they come to the point where they have to make a decision. Do I put my time and energy into real estate or into my job, right? And you have to make a decision. Which one of them am I passionate about more? Of course, for 5 of them, it was the real estate, and they both jump in with commitment and focus, and now they're successful. All right? Okay, so that was the what. Very interesting, right? So now what I want to do is put you in the driver's seat of basically what we just learned, so that you can see what the pros and cons are of going full-time in commercial real estate. Let's do that next. All right, let's wrap it up right here with the actual pros and cons of going full-time in commercial real estate investing. I'll start off with the pros, okay? The first pro is you're no longer job dependent. So you no longer have to punch a clock and go to work to make money. Now you're doing it with real estate, okay? So that's huge. The next one is time freedom. You have time now to drop the kids off and go get breakfast with the wife. Or you have time now to do an extra long workout in the morning, or if you wanted to take off like myself in the middle of the week and go on a vacation someplace on a Wednesday because you feel like it, you can do that. Okay, you have time freedom now. Number 3, you can leave a legacy to your family. What better inheritance could you give your kids or grandkids than a cash flowing, income producing, paid off piece of commercial real estate? There's nothing better than that, right? I'd rather give them that than cash. Okay? All right. So think about that. You get to leave a legacy to your kids or grandkids for the future generations as well. Okay? Now let's focus on a couple of cons, right? The first con is going full-time in commercial real estate requires self-discipline. You have to have it, right? You have to manage your time. You have to manage your budget now because you're not getting a paycheck anymore. And then you have to manage your health, right? So what good is it to have all this real estate and be unhealthy? So once you become an entrepreneur or working full-time real estate, you have to watch your diet, you have to go work out, you have to get your rest. It's really, really important. You have a lot of people depending on you, okay? Lastly, you need to get into a winning routine, okay? My routine is to wake up, do my devotions or meditations, go work out, come back upstairs, have a healthy smoothie, and get to work, okay? So you have to have a routine that's a winning routine that gets you set for the day to attack the day. Got it? All right. The second con is you're ultimately responsible for your results. Okay? So you can't blame your boss. Can't blame your wife. You can't blame the economy. It's up to you, okay, to do this, right? That's why if you want to go full-time, let us help you. Okay? All right. So next, let's go back to pros. The last 2 pros are, and there's many more than just 5, but you get to pursue your passions. So what are you passionate about? Are you passionate about maybe real estate, or passionate about traveling, or passionate about doing something with the kids, or adopting kids where you need money to do that, right? So what are your passions? Well, when you work full-time as a commercial estate investor, when you become successful, you'll have more time to pursue, more money to pursue these passions. Okay? Number 5, you get more of what you focus on. Isn't that like a life principle, right? If you focus on positivity, you get positive things in your life. You focus on the negative, you get negative things in your life. So in this case, you're going to focus on building your business of commercial real estate with the cash flow, with the relationships, with the knowledge. So whatever you focus on increases. And this equals more of this. Got it? Okay. And the last couple of cons is, number 3 is it takes longer than you think, okay, to become successful in commercial real estate investing, but it's well worth it. Well worth putting in the time and energy. Commercial real estate is a long but prosperous game. Think of it that way. Okay? All right. Number 4, I'm not sure this is a con or not, but you don't have to go full-time in commercial real estate investing. If you want to just invest in commercial real estate to supplement your income or supplement your retirement, or you enjoy it, that's fine. You can do that too. Many of our students do that as well. Okay? All right. And number 5 is, this is very practical, health insurance, right? So we no longer are job dependent. You no longer have health insurance provided by the job. That's a concern for many of you, all right? And so what you're going to have to do is get private insurance. What I did when I first started off is I was really concerned about that, because at that point I was a single parent, okay? And so I had to provide for myself and my child, and he was little, right? When I went full-time in commercial real estate investing, so health insurance we had to have. What I did was I purchased a 7-unit property that paid for our health insurance, the home insurance. So that was the insurance property that cashled enough to pay for all that. So that was what I did. So you're going to have to put that into your budget as well. Okay, that's a real thing to be concerned about, especially if you have a family. All right. Okay. So those are the pros and cons of going full-time in commercial real estate. I hope you enjoyed that. I want to close by giving you 3 tips. All right. That's going to help you put yourself into the driver's seat to do this full-time. The first tip is, I want you to copy successful people. If you want to invest in commercial real estate full-time, find a person who's already doing it and copy them. No need to recreate the wheel. That's why we created our company, so we can teach people how to do this. Number 2 is, pick a property type that you like and study it like crazy. Become good at it, right? So again, I don't know anyone who's really, really good in apartments and really, really, really good in shopping centers. It's either they're good at one, right? And they built their fortune on that one. That's how I would start off, okay? Number 3 is, it's okay to start small. That's the 3rd tip. Start small. Get your foot in the door. Get started. And you know the saying, right? You don't have to be great to get started. But in order to become great, you have to get started. So starting off with a small deal is absolutely okay to get your foot in the door and learn from it and build from there. All right? Okay. I hope you enjoyed this video on going full-time in commercial real estate investing. If you like this video, please click the like button and go onto our website, commercialpropertyadvisors.com. Thank you so much, and I'll see you at the next video.